Hi everybody. It's I hope you've been wanting to see a video. I've been wanting to do more book reviews, but then and I have finished books. I finished the book I was reading after Marches of Valhalla, but then I watched the movie and I was like, I should talk about this. I don't know about reviewing. Well, I guess this is a review, but more just want to get my thoughts down on it, and I want to show you. I'm listening. Hope this doesn't get copyrighted. It's on this really small label, and it's really old. It's from '94. This is Keepone, Ugly Dance. Love that there's a chimp on the cover, and this is the band of the current singer of Guar. What's his name? Mike Bishop. He was in Guar before this. This is from '93. He was in Guar before this, and now he's a singer. After Odorous passed away, and I've always liked the way his voice, the way he sings, yells, screams, and this is pretty good. I used to have it before, and I sold it, got rid of it. Wish I didn't do that, and now I got it back, and maybe you'll like it. And I went to Salvation Army today, and they had a lot of DVDs. I found, I just noticed Cold Skin. It has Ray Stevenson. I think I've heard it. I've seen this on streaming, but when I saw the DVD, I was like, check it out. I got The Losers. I actually read the comic a long time ago. And I was like, I want to kind of just see it again. See if it was. I remember it just looks average, but I was like, I don't know. It's got Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I finally found Avengers Endgame at a thrift store. I think I bought Infinity War, but I need Endgame, so I have it. My best find was Top Dog, and if you haven't seen Top Dog, and you're in for a treat. I don't know if I think I reviewed it. Yeah, I've reviewed it before. I have it on VHS, but to find it on DVD is just that. It's a really good find. Because now, we're in 2026. So you're not going to find, well, I don't think you're going to find the movie I'm going to talk about. I watched 1979's Wiseblood, directed by John Huston, starring Brad Dourif and Harry Dean Stanton, among a few others. I can't remember his name. The guy that gets sexually assaulted in remember the name now, with Burt Reynolds. Anyway, I can't remember his name. Southern Comfort. Anyway, Wiseblood, and it was recommended by a friend, and then, like I said, I put movies on for background noise, and I've been reading comics, trying to listen to more music. So movies have kind of taken a back seat. I watched. Did I review Together? I think I reviewed Together. I watched that. I like that a lot. I watched Flight Risk, but I wasn't able to finish it before I had to return it to the library. I just haven't been watching as, paying attention. But a friend, I don't want to say his name, I don't want to out him, but he's like, you should check out Wiseblood. So it's got Brad Dourif. I can't think of a movie that I actively dislike that I've seen Brad Dourif in. I haven't seen everything he's been in, but he's he's great. As the more times I rewatch movies he's in, I appreciate him more and more. Oh yeah, except maybe he's even good in like the Rob Zombie Halloween movies, and I do not like those. So anyway, Wiseblood is from 1979. Brad Dourif plays Hazel. I can't remember his last name already. And he's just got back from the war. Some said it's World War II, and I was reading reviews. I was reading reviews right after, like I kind of wanted to study up on it. Some said it was World War II he returns from. Others said it could be Korea, even maybe Vietnam. I don't think Vietnam though. It seems older than that. And like he comes home, he goes to his old house, and right away, like I was texting another friend, and I was you like Paris, Texas? I think you would like this movie. I told him to check it out too, because it just has that like, I don't know, just country American feel that's still there, I'm sure. But we don't see it in movies, like movies that come out the theater anymore, and pretty much in any movie. And it just had a good feel. He goes to his old home that's just a abandoned, boarded up building. And I was watching, I was like, man, I've been into an abandoned building, and it looks very cinematic, but I was like, when you're there, it just feels like old and dusty and forgotten. He goes in and he finds a drawer, or no, like a dresser, and he puts a sign on it: whoever tries to take this or steal it will be hunted down and killed. Then he visits a little graveyard, a little cemetery. I think graveyards are only like in churches. And then he remembers his father, played by John Huston, who was a preacher. And he's in a little tiny town, and he gets a suit. He throws his army suit in the trash, and he's talking to this old man, and like he's like, "Can you cash my military check?" And he's like, "What are you gonna do?" He's like, "I'm gonna do things I've never done before." So I had no idea where this movie is going, but he becomes like a street preacher. But it's weird because at first I ain't no preacher, and because he's watching this guy trying to sell a potato peeler on the street, and then in comes Harry Dean Stanton, and I'm assuming the first time I saw Harry Dean, Alien, that's the first time I ever truly noticed Harry Dean. But then in Repo Man, and then I can't remember other movies off the top of my head, but you don't see Harry Dean Stanton or Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. You don't see Harry Dean Stanton and say, "Oh, that guy's awesome." But the more you watch him, like you start to love Harry Dean. And now that he's gone, I've seen more movies with him. Seeing him in this, I was like, he looks awesome. He's a blind preacher. He's all blind preacher preaching. Or I think he even says, "If you don't want me to preach, give me $1." He's all, "I need $1." And he looks like a bad guy. Like he's got sunglasses. He's got scars under his eyes. He's all in black. He's got a hat. He looks like a villain. And he has his homely daughter with him, and they're begging for money. And Brad Dourif seems to be really upset that he's a preacher, and he follows him. And as he's following him, this kid, I can't remember his name. Like this kid just wants a friend, and he's trying to be friends with Hazel, Brad Dourif's character, but he's just blowing him off, and he just like denounces the preacher, saying like he's pretty much false. But this is the main thing I wanted to talk about Wiseblood, because Hazel says I've been all around the world looking for something. I've been halfway around, and I was like, oh my god, I know that. I think it's from Buzz Oven, the band Buzz Oven, from their 1994 album Soar. and I know these lines, and then Harry Dean Stanton says fornication, blasphemy, what else? And I was like, oh my god, that's another line. So I have to listen to it again, but Buzz Oven used a lot of lines from this movie, and I was like, how did the main guy from Buzz Oven, I mean, he saw it somewhere, because I've never heard of this movie. There's like a little kid in a junkyard talking that they use, and then at the end of the movie, towards the end, Hazel gets pulled over by a cop, and their little exchange is also used at the beginning of a Buzz Oven song. So I was like, wow. Like, I never, I don't listen to that. I need to pull it out and listen to it. But when I would listen to it, I thought the samples were cool, kind of ominous sounding. And now seeing where they come. Oh, and then there's another one that the actress who plays Harry Dean Stanton's daughter. It's like Sabbath. I was born in the Sabbath. My mother named me after the Sabbath, and I was like, so wow. So to finally see where all the samples came from, that was really cool. I really liked that. So the most of the movie's just Hazel, like, anti-preaching about, like, there's no Jesus, you don't need Jesus in his church. A review pointed out that it's pretty negative, and I was like, yeah, there's one part where he's all, it doesn't matter where you came from because it's gone. Doesn't matter where you're, I'm not exactly, but like, doesn't matter where you're going because it doesn't exist, and where you are now is where you're trying to get away from. I was like, yeah, that's pretty negative. Ned Beatty, that's the actor. And like, he has a little part. He's another preacher, and for some reason, he thinks he's gonna make money off of Brad Dourif's character, and then but he also sees him as like a competition when Brad Dourif doesn't, he doesn't care about. It's weird. He doesn't care about money, but then he uses what little money he has to buy a broken down car, and he's just in love with this car. It's got so many problems. I was like, man, just get a job and like save up money and get a better car than this. So yeah, he's just preaching, like, pretty much that there is no God, and that's about it. But yeah, I really like the movie. I would love to see like a degraded, beaten up old copy with bad audio. Because I watched it on Amazon Prime, paid like $4 for it. It was pretty good quality. In fact, like, it's from 1970. If someone would have said it's like 83, even 84, I would believe it. It's weird how John Huston was like an old man director, but his movie looked like newer than other filmmakers from the 70s. At least this one. So I'm glad I watched it. I might watch it again. I'd rather have a copy of it. But I have it for 72 hours. So yeah, if you liked... Another review called this like a gothic horror comedy. There is humor. There's some chimps in this. The kid that wants to be friends with Hazel, he works at the zoo and he loves like mocking the chimps. And then there's like a traveler, I guess it's a movie about a gorilla named Gonga, and they're driving around a truck with a guy in a gorilla suit pretending to be Gonga, and you shake his hand, and this kid just is obsessed with that, and it really doesn't go anywhere. That's the only thing. And then the ending, it's one of those, I mean, it's still a 70s film. It's just one of those movies that just ends. There's really no driving force heading towards like a satisfying ending. It just ends, and I wouldn't even say it's a sad ending, but I think it's what Hazel thinks where he should be. And then I was thinking, well, life just goes on. But Wiseblood, I'm glad I watched it. Thanks, man, for recommending it. I texted my friend that I finished it, but I think he's busy. So I think maybe his phone is turned off. So I'm gonna text him again. Want him to, hope he sees the review. I hope. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of other movies. I don't know. Badlands. I've seen Badlands once. Maybe Clean Shaven. I'm sure there's other movies I'm just that are just missing. I'm not thinking of right now. But I would give it it gets a really high rating on IMDb. I would give it yeah, a solid 3.5. Just because it's not like, it's just not normally something I would watch anymore. And I was a man. If I would have seen this when I was like 7 or 8, before 10, I think I would have loved this movie because I remember just watching whatever. But this has never come up before. A solid 3.5. Definitely worth a watch, especially. Well, if you like Brad Dourif and Harry Dean Stanton, it's a must-watch. Harry Dean's not in it too much. He's more in the first half, and then he just disappears. But it's based on a book by Flannery O'Connor. I kind of would like to read the book too, so I'm reading more. So I don't know, but yeah, I don't know how many. I'm gonna be doing reviews like as much, but I want to do book reviews, so maybe I'll do one a little later. I haven't been drinking because man, when it got cold. Oh yeah, we're fine now. It's warming up, but now it's gonna get cold again. Not as cold, but man, I drank way too much over the weekend, and I don't even want to look at. Actually, I might go get a beer tonight, but it's already been 4 days, but I'm not really craving it. But yeah, if you've ever heard of Wiseblood, or if you like Brad Dourif or Harry Dean, let me know, and I'll see you later.